this earlier.
You can do it.
You can do it. You're doing great. Hi, my name is Victoria Clark, and I'm here today to talk to you about NCAA recruiting rules. Did you know some students have the opportunity to get thousands of dollars throughout college by playing college sports? This not only helps themselves, but it also helps their family financially. The large majority of our adolescents played sports, and their families were out the ballgames for a lot of their time. At this point in time, they developed a love for the game. And at this point, they decided to follow on to middle school and then on to high school. At this point, they might have joined some club teams and got further into their skills in building. I've currently been active in this process myself. I've been going through this for my last 4 years through high school. At this time, it was not an easy process, but it was a process that I'm glad I did. There are a variety of levels that they go through. I would like to inform you on the process of each stage that you have to go through to be required of an NCAA player. NCAA.org says that they want a standout athlete, but not only an athlete that plays, they have to be top in their school and well organized in their community. They don't just want a player, they want a well-rounded person. My first point I would like to start with you is to start going to camps about your freshman year of high school. Going to camps, you get your base of people you know and your requirements. You know what you have to improve on and what you need to keep doing. And also, when school starts, there's a big academic side. Your ACT is a big deal, and they focus strongly on this part, or your ACT. And you have to start working on this about your freshman year. So by your senior year, you have the perfect score that you would like and have the best opportunity. And at this point, you have to plan your off season. You don't have to condition just in season. To be the best player, you have to condition all year round, as hard as you can, as much as you can. I've told you about the first part of recruiting. Now the second part is getting the pieces together that you need for the final. You have to start collecting articles if you ever wrote up in the paper and save them to your desk drive. So later on you can install them into the CD. And then if you have any interviews, you also need to save it at this point. And at this point in time, you need to start your ACT taking it through the middle of your sophomore year. Start taking it as many times as you can every time it's given. Now that I've explained the majority of the things you need to make the video strong, I'll tell you how to put it together. This part might seem the easiest, just reading over it, but the hardest part of this is picking out the bits and pieces that you actually need. You record about 2 hours worth of video, and at this point you record it down to 3 minutes. At this point in time, you have to get your resume together and also your skills video. Your skills video is a very important thing that you have to have. You need to get as many of your coaches involved that you can. As you're involved with your coaches, they know what you're skilled at and what you need to kind of shine away from because you're not that good at to put on video. Like I said, the tape is to show your qualities that you need. And then you do that about your beginning of your senior year. And as you put all this together, you have your tape, your playtime. Your playtime needs to be the best time that you have. So you should have started that very early on. So you should have lots of footage to go through. This might seem like an easy process to edit down, but you might think something's great and one of your coaches thinks it's not. So they are very good to go over to receive your video. Also with your schooling right here, you should already have your ACT done. You should have the score that you want, and by the score that you want, and also having the requirements of your NCAA. You should have already gone through, have all your classes and everything done. Once you put all this together, your final process is getting a resume. Your resume tells a lot about you. When it tells you what you've done, what you've achieved, if you have all your 4 years of stats, so it tells your total amount of what you've done. And not only does this do this, it tells the coach what you've done. They don't really quite know you. Not every time you meet them, it's going to be face-to-face. They might meet you at a piece of paper at first. That's all they see is the packet you send them. So there's 2 ways you can put this packet together. You can put it all together and then send it out to as many coaches as you want. Or you can go to the selective way. In the selective way, you have to send to just a few coaches at a time. And these are the schools that you've already gone through and processed out the schools that you don't want, the schools that have the major for you and have what you want in the quality of the school. This narrows it down a lot, so you might not get the response back that you want. But from the broad, you might get a lot of responses back, but not just the ones you want. But everything you have to do is report on what you want, what's going to make your life better, and what's going to make schooling better for you. Because in the end, schooling is what it's really about. It's getting education and getting the job that you really want. So that's NCAA.